Hi guys, Danielle Rae here with Life Giving Connections. If you're new to EFT, just a couple of minute demonstration video to give you a sense of what it might look like and feel like if you choose to engage in emotional freedom techniques, EFT, as part of supporting yourself as a caregiver. So each EFT tapping session will focus on a specific experience and feeling that's really predominant for you as the caregiver. And we will use a SUDS rating to scale the intensity of that feeling for you. That allows us to really notice when tapping's working, when we might need to make some adjustments, and also where to go at the end of a tapping round. So 0 is going to be that this really isn't a big deal. It doesn't really have any intensity for me at all. And 10 being, this is really extreme and it's consuming me and it's distracting. That's really intense, just the highest intensity that I could experience. For demonstration purposes today, I have the following setup statement. Even though I keep losing my patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, I'm doing the best I can. So I keep losing my patience with my daughter is my experience. I feel like a failure is that predominant nagging, really intense feeling. I'm going to rate that at like a 7 or an 8. Just no matter how hard I try, I seem to be stuck and sort of failing at this over and over. And the affirmation that I have identified with is I'm really doing the best I can. So we're going to demonstrate an initial tapping round with that setup statement, that identified experience in emotion, and to show you what that's going to look like. Beginning on the side of the hand, and we're going to repeat the setup statement 3 times. Even though I keep losing my patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, I'm doing the best I can. Even though I keep losing my patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, I'm doing the best I can. Even though I keep losing my patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, I'm doing the best I can. From the setup statement here, we'll move to the inside of the eyebrow and we'll focus in on the experience and the emotion. Even though I keep losing my patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, just pay attention to the places that your body really wants to tune into breath or take a deep breath, side of the eye. Even though I keep losing patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure, underneath the eye, even though losing patience with my daughter, and under the nose and feeling like a failure, underneath the mouth, I keep losing patience with my daughter and I feel like a failure. Collarbone point, I keep losing patience with my daughter. I feel like a failure. Underneath the arm, I keep losing patience with my daughter. I feel like a failure. And top of the head, I keep losing patience with my daughter. I feel like a failure. At this point, we are going to just kind of check in about the SUDS level. Has that SUDS level shifted at all away from a 7 or an 8? I'm going to check in and just feel what that feels like, where I can feel it in my body. Is it in my chest, my head and neck? And I'm going to gauge that. And in this situation, I'm going to say it's gone down to about a 5. I feel a little less intensity, but my chest still has a lot of pressure in it. And it's still really feels like a struggle and something that's showing up for me. So I'm going to work to kind of create some language and feelings out of that tapping session to continue to work through this intensity. But that's how far we'll go just for right now. And obviously, there's a lot you can, if you're interested in, learn about these acupressure points that we're tapping on. And why does putting pressure on these nerve endings, these particular areas of the body, calm the physical intensity of a emotion that actually isn't physical? So I encourage you to spend some more time on my website, EFT with Danielle Rae, to really better understand what EFT is doing between the mind-body connection, why we see a physical release, emotional release of feelings and energy. If you're the type of person that really likes to understand why this works and what might be going on in this process, love to engage with you more around this. Have a great day.